One funny morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning. Uppie, everybody.
Hi, I'm Tanya Jimenez, and I'm just here in Target trying to pick up some supplies for my classroom, but I can't seem to find the most important one. Oh wait, here it is, a yellow binder. If you know, you know. Now that that's out of the way, it's time for our show. Here's Uppie with our host, Dina Blizzard.
Oh, that was so adorable. My hair is super long, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I made it straight today. It's fall. I decided to shake it up a little bit. I don't know if I like it, but whatever. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Tanya's at school today. Oh, you guys, I can't believe we're back. Where's my co-host? Oh, she's like, you didn't even pull out my chair. How is it supposed to come to work? Come on. Come on up. Everybody missed you. Good morning. Do not even look at that cake, Lulu. Pecorino. I'll show you what Lulu's looking at because yesterday? Did I get home yesterday? I came home Saturday. And apparently Diana has been cooking for days. And she made, Lulu, a gluten-free Italian rum cake. Look at this. Look at her trying to focus. She's like, don't look at the cake. Don't look at the cake. Don't look at it. So this took Diana days and days and days. And I'm gonna just keep turning it like they do at diners because it's VVG and I'm gonna eat it this morning. It takes a number of days. If you don't know Italian rum cake, it is always has the nuts on the outside, number one. And I think she cut these with a little knife. I don't really know. But you never see it gluten-free ever. So, and you got to do the cakes. Then you got to put them in the layers. Then you got to do the chocolate pudding. Then you got to do the vanilla. Then you got to cut up. These are cherries that were cut up. I don't think she left the house for a number of days. I kind of want to just shellac it, just to look at it. Well, she wants to make it on voila one day, but it's going to take a couple of days. Like, you got to be committed. And the rum, yeah. I think she drank the rum, maybe put a little bit in it. But if we were ever to make this, we would have to let you know days in advance. You'd have to tell your family, I'll be gone for a couple of days. They'd be like, oh, are you going on vacation? No, I'll just be in the kitchen making this cake. Girl, you got to stop showing us all these cakes. Yeah, it's called Italian rum cake. Lulu's like, I like cake. And you have it here on the diner. She did. She missed the cousin's luncheon to make your cake. Well, that's part of it. We were eating it by the time the luncheon happened. Is there cannoli filling? No. That's forgot. That's not what this is. The yellow filling is a pudding. She should be up soon. She could just tell you. So it's vanilla pudding with cherries, chocolate pudding, cake, the almonds. We just had to put it on birthday cake. Yeah, I know. Don't even look at it, Lulu. I'll put it over there so as to not upset you, but you're not getting any of this cake. She's like, I don't know. I feel like I've paid my dues. I didn't even eat any of your shoes while you were gone. Well done. And actually, after I came back from vacation, I was like, I'm going to start eating right. No more cake for breakfast. And then I came home and she made a cake. And I was like, I don't want to be rude. You know, I don't want to be rude. All I hear is delicious ingredients. I know. It's really good. So good morning. Good morning. I was like, where's mine? Oh my gosh, so good. Look at her staring at it. She's like, and Bobby, my hair I think is entirely too long. And I don't have a haircut appointment until next week. So I was like, well, let's just make it look even longer, I guess. I know. Anyway, good morning. You knew what you were in for when she showed up with 14 cake mixes. Yeah. Athena, still dark in California. Girl, I get it now. I get it. This show is on too early in the morning. Too early. I was cracking up. I went back and looked at the video of me hanging out by the pool. And I was like, it's too dark here. This show should not be on. I must be like a beaming light from your phones because it was so dark. It wasn't like, oh, it's still a little dark here. It was like really dark. Aunt Lucy bought Andy an Italian rum cake for her birthday 2 years in a row because she thought it was Andy's favorite, but it's not. Listen, if anybody gets you Italian rum cake or makes you Italian rum cake, it's your favorite. Yo, it's not your birthday. Technically it is. So here's what happened. When I left, there was a big box of dog treats. It'd be hard to tell this story. Oh, all of a sudden, oh, look at that. That's weird. That when I said dog treat, then another dog would show up. Big box. I guess it was Friday. My mom calls and she was like, I'm going to need for you to order some more dog treats. And I was like, I don't know what we're saying. I've had that box for like a year. She's like, yeah, we ran out. I said, how did we run out? They always want them. I said, well, we don't give them dog treats every day. It's like special occasions. She's like, did you say dog treats 3 times? I might have to get a dog treat. Either way, Dean said that, yeah, she showed up for that word. You never see her pop in like this. She was like, wait, what did you say? I'm almost positive I heard you say dog treat. So Dean said that apparently, unbeknownst to him, my mom, every time the dogs came in from outside, was giving the dogs a treat. And so when they came in, they'd all stand here like real, well, look what we did. We came back in like that. You know how dogs do that. You know what? If we came home from work like that, when we came home from work, we were like, hey, Missy, do that. When you come home from work, like do what dog. Look at her, look at me like I'm crazy. This is what you do, just so you know, every day. I don't know why you got twisted eyes at me. Who am I? She's like, you're a fool. You look so stupid. This is the craziest conversation I've ever had around a dog. Doing what dogs do and have a dog be like, you're so weird. Okay. Anyway, Dean said he was letting the dogs out one day and he came back in and the dogs were like, hey, Dean, hey. And he was like, okay. And they were like, look at her. I'd wiggle for chocolate. She was like, I'm not going to lie. So Dean was like, Mom, they were just staring at me. And he was like, what do you guys want? And then he said, Grandmom told me that she gives them a treat every time they come in. And that's how she figured it. I know. And Said the person who eats cake every day. Kim, mind your business. Kim, I do not eat cake every day. That's a fallacy and it's rumors. Okay. You cannot go back and find me eating cake at all. I wish I had. I wish I had a number of videos ready to play of me eating cake. That's not true, Kim. It's just a whole bunch of me eating cake. So good. Anyway, so I have some pictures to show you of what I was up to. I know sometimes it disappears, but let me show you what I was doing. All right, so I have some pictures. All right, so this was just to wrap up what happened. What happened last time I saw you here in the kitchen. Okay. All right, so this picture I posted. Look at it. You like it? She's like, I love that. So this was, we were leaving Illinois, Effingham. This feels like a long time ago, but it wasn't. I guess it might have been. Okay, take it down. Can you look at the picture at least? You can't even. Okay, that's cool. Then I left there. I went to, oh wait, I saw these people. Look how fun they are. We had so much fun in Effingham. I left there. I went to this year conference. And look at me doing stuff. I washed my hair. This is a little video I made for them. Sometimes I host, sometimes I keynote. That was it. Oh, this is Di and I and Dean. We're still in Effingham. Then it was my birthday. Oh, Brooke made this for me. Happy birthday to my best friend. Okay, let me ask you something. How many moms, when their kids, I know you're not supposed to be your kid's best friend, and I'm not. I will put them in her place. But when your kids are like, oh my gosh, my mom's my best friend, when they're like older and you're like, oh, I am. Like that. How many people love it? Is it just me? Because I love it. When Brooke or Jacqueline was like, you're my best friend, I'm like, I am. Right, Missy? Like if Carly was like, Mom, you're my best friend, I'm like, oh, I'm your best friend. I didn't know. And I'm not her best friend. I know, Katie, there's a lot of years where you're like, I don't even know you. Okay. B, I'm afraid of you. Okay. Did you ever look at your kids as teenagers and be like, I'm afraid of you. I will not lock eyes with you. I would like to be as far away from you as possible. The mom that left her daughter at a gas station. Girl, don't bring it up. She don't remember that. I should have taken a picture. She said it to me like she was shocked. She was like, I can't believe you're my best friend. I'm like, oh, I am your best friend. I am who God gave you. Hey, where'd you go this morning?
Gym.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I go to the gym now.
Dean, come sit down. Explain to everybody who you are now. As I eat cake, tell everybody how you went to the gym. There's an irony.
Yeah, I got a gym membership.
Me too. Okay, don't do that.
Don't do what?
I'll take those out on a Dean.
That's how I get the ladies. Hey, ladies. How you guys doing? You want to see me in my birthday suit?
You're disgusting.
Yeah, I go to the gym now.
Since when? When did this happen? I was going for 7 days.
This morning. I went right up to the front desk and I was like, I would like a membership. And they were like, and
Today was your first day.
Today was my first day.
Okay. Was there a lot of people there?
A little bit. Yeah, I got a membership. I feel like I'm the kind of person where they look at me and they go, "Oh, this is a very..."
And then they go, "Where's your mom?"
Yeah. They're like, "Are you lost, little boy?" They're like, "This is a very ambitious 17-year-old." And then they're like, "How old are you?" I'm like, 23. And they're like, "You're actually a little late."
Like you definitely need muscles then.
Yeah. I struggled to. So
You're like,
well, no. Like I know what weight I'm capable of handling.
Okay.
But you know those flat beds that you can like, they're like, it's like the flat, like it's like flat on the ground, right? But then you can adjust it so the seat will come up, and then it's on on an incline.
You mean the weight bench?
Sure, the weight bench. I don't think that's what it's called.
Is it a bench?
Yeah.
And it sometimes
and it rises up like that. Yeah, exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. I struggled to like get it up.
Yeah. Oh.
It was a lot heavier than I thought it was. And so like I went to, like, you pull the thing out, and then so it lifts up, right?
Yeah.
Well, I pulled the thing out and it was already up a little bit, but I wanted to move forward. So I pulled it out and it went boom. Like it almost flew me across the room. And I was like, oh wow. And everyone was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What's wrong?"
They were like, "Where's your mom?" Okay.
Yeah, I go to the gym now.
Now, are you gonna get a trainer? Like, what's your?
This was so weird to me. So I told you on the website it was like a $10, right? It was like $10 a month. And I was like, "There's no way that's true." So I went and I was like, "I would like a membership." And she's like, "Which tier would you like?" And I was like, "I saw whatever the cheapest one is.
$10.
That one." I was like, $10, please.
They were like, "You get this one dumbbell."
Yeah.
Then you could just stand in that corner over
She was
there.
like, "It's $10, but we have to lock you in for a year." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna last. It's gonna be just this week, and then I'm done." So I was like, "Well, how much is it monthly?" She's like, "It's $15 monthly." And I was like, "Fine, let's do that." Right? $15. I was like, "Let's do that." She was like, "Okay, there is a $70 like a starting fee, right? Like as soon as you sign up, you got to pay $70. She said you can waive that by having a session with one of our personal trainers."
Okay.
And I was like, "I'm okay. I don't need a personal trainer."
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you
because
just
she said
meet with them?
Because she said I would have to meet with them before Saturday.
Why?
That's just how it works. And I was like,
Alright.
I don't know if I have time to meet
Dean.
before Saturday. I'm booked this week.
Oh yeah, look at you, so busy. It's 9:05 and you're sitting next to me.
I was like, you're gonna have to give me like a month in advance before you try and hang out with me for free.
Let me get this straight. You don't have a full-time job. You're not married. You don't have kids. What are you so busy doing?
I am busy sleeping.
Okay.
But isn't that crazy?
Sure.
So I was like, I'll take the fee. So I paid $70. I know, scam.
Yeah, well, okay.
But-
So now you're in for $190. That's
Yeah.
what I heard you say.
No, $190.
$10 a month for 12 months.
No. I didn't sign up for the year.
Oh, we didn't do
I
that.
did the monthly.
Well, you're at $70 already. You would have already half paid for it if you hadn't paid the $70.
Yeah. But anyway,
Dean falls for every scam imaginable. Do you want to tell him?
well, not every scam. Okay, so I had to get my oil changed.
Okay, here we go.
I had to get my oil
Tell him
changed.
what happened the first time you got your oil
The first time I got my oil changed, the first time I went by myself, they were like, "Would you like, you go up to the counter and they're like, you would like to get your oil changed?" And I was like, "Yes." And then they start to upsell you on all those little things. They're like, would you like to, get a new air filter? Would you like a new filter for this? Would you like to replace your brake fluid? Do you want to rotate your tires? And the first time I went, I was like, I guess so. And because then they say like, oh, if you don't rotate your tires every 10,000 miles, your tires will fall off. And I was like, well, don't they rotate on their own? But I didn't know that meant like because I thought they were just going out and they were going to go, you're good. They're all set.
And wheel of
but they mean like they're going to take one tire off the back of your car and put it on like the front of your car. I didn't know that's what that meant. So anyway, the first time I went, I was like, oh, sure. And I ended up paying like $300 because I asked for all of it. So this time I was going on Saturday and grandma was like, don't let them upsell you again. She was like, you gotta be brave. She's like, just the oil. What? So I was like, I go in and I was like, I was prepared. I was ready. Like, I was like, all right, here we go. She was like, would you like your oil change? And I was like, yes. And then I was like, I know and then she started saying something and I was like, here we go. I'm ready for this. And then she was like, would you like to replace your air filter? And I was like, no. And then she goes, which I wasn't ready for. She goes, here is your air filter that we took out of your car.
Dirty.
And I was like, wait, you took that out of my car? And she goes, and look, this is it. And she opens it up and it's like disgusting. There's like leaves falling.
Stop it!
There's like leaves falling out of it. Like it looks just like just moldy. And she goes, this is what you're breathing in your car. And I go, oh my God, I don't want to breathe that in. I was like, that does seem really bad. And I was like, well, how much is that going to cost me? She goes, $20. And I was like, fine, I'll do that. Fine. So then she goes, would you like to replace your brake fluid? And I was like, no. And then she pulls out this little meter. She's like, so we tested your brake fluid. I'm like, you did all this in 5? I just pulled up. How did you do all this? She goes, so it's this meter, your brake fluid should be white. It's actually purple. And I was like, why is it purple? Right? I was like, that's not good. She goes, and if you don't replace your brake fluid every 10,000 miles, it'll actually damage your brakes and they'll stop working. Like she made it seem as if I were to get back into my car, I would die. And I was like, well, how much is that going to cost me? And she was like, it's going to be $99.99. And I was like, I can't do that. I was like, that's my limit. You ever hear like a number?
Yeah.
Like 9 scares me. 9 scares me. But like 3 or 4, I'm like, okay. But 10, but 1 or 2, I'm like, okay. You understand what I'm saying? Like the 10s. Like there's certain numbers. Like if you go 9, immediately I'm like, oh God, what does that mean? So anyway, I ended up paying. I didn't pay for the brake fluid. It costed me like $120 to get my oil changed in the filter. I go sit down, and someone else goes up to the counter.
Another kid.
Another person, and goes, "I would like my oil changed." And she goes, "Would you like to replace your air filter?" And he goes, "No." Then she goes, "Well, this is your air filter." And I was like, that looks a lot like my air filter. And she opens it up. Leaves are falling out. Looks really moldy. And she goes, this is actually what you're breathing in. And I was like, wait. I was like, she's a liar? I was like, that's
she was an older lady, right?
And it was an old lady too. And I was like, I didn't know that they could just lie to you. Mm-hmm. And so this old lady got a lot of money out of me the other day. So the moral of the story is everybody at Jiffy Lube are liars. And
you should have waited to do your...
And if you want to change your oil, just look up a YouTube video on how to do it and do it yourself.
Or don't change the oil and wait until you're in an emergency situation on your way to Virginia. That's how Aunt Sherry and I do it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The mechanic is lying to me? What?
What?
It's called sales, D, not lying.
Unless it's not your air filter, in which case, yes, it's a lie. Yeah. Look at my face. No. That's why you got to do it. You got to do the same thing. Like if you're ever like when we were traveling around, don't you remember when we went to was it Portugal? And as soon as we were in Portugal for a total of 5 minutes, all my kids were buying bracelets. You know, those guys on the show, you want a bracelet? My kids are like, yes. And I was like, no, get away. All the street people are trying to sell my family stuff. They're like, tell me more about this bracelet. I'm like, get away from get away from the people with the bracelets.
They do that thing. They go, you want to try it on? And then you try it on. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And they're like $20. And I'm like, oh, well, and they're like, come on, it's yours. You have it on.
No, I know, Dean, but that's why you got to stop. You got to say no.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was in New York with Ian, my roommate in college? And we went to New York. We went to New York City, and we walked up past this corner, and there was a bunch of guys like with CDs. And so we walked up to them, and they go, yo, what's your name, big dog? What's your name? I'll write you out a CD. And I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm all right. But Ian was behind me. And they go up to Ian. They're like, "What's your name, big dog? I'll sign this for you." And he goes, "Ian," and he goes, "Big Ian. Here we go. I'm signing this for Big Ian." So they write your name on the CD, and they go, "All right, here you go, $45, my man." And Ian was like, "Wait, what?" And then they get upset. They're like, "Come on, I just signed it for you." And it's like, well, I didn't. So then Ian took out his wallet.
No, he didn't.
He took out his wallet, and as soon as he did that, I was like, oh no. So I started walking back, and I was like, and I started like moving these guys out of the way. I was like, he don't want nothing. I was like, leave him alone. He doesn't want anything. And they were like, yo, back up, man, back up. And I was like, sorry, Ian, you're losing your money, buddy. Because there's like 6 of them, all the big, really big dudes, 6 of them.
And you didn't say, I've been going to the gym. Yeah. I paid the extra $70, and I know that's
I don't need a personal
bench.
Trainer.
That's a bench,
and
maybe.
So Ian took out his wallet. I think he lost like $60 because once he took out a 20, they were like, come on. He's like, I'll sign another CD for you. And then and the other thing too is the price of the CD always goes down. Because you say $45 and you go, no. And then he goes, fine, $20.
Well, here's what's so crazy is who has CD players anymore? Even in California, somebody was selling CDs. I was like, who got a CD player? And who near car?
You got to sell it. Well, you know what comics are doing now?
Tell me.
I've seen this a couple of times at the comedy club I work at. Comics will sell you hard drives. Flash drives with their set on it. Because there's no, or like because they want you to pay for like an album, I guess, or material. Mm-hmm. And so they're like on this hard drive, on this flash drive is my stand-up material, and they sell flash drives. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, flash drives?
Rebecca's like, I got a CD player. Shakendra, you have one in your car. I imagine that some may have it in the car, but do you remember like years ago, Dean, pop-up was real cool, right? So there was the moment where they added CD players to car, and you were like, oh my gosh, right? So you'd have your CDs in your car, and you'd switch through them. You'd be like, oh, I want to listen to this one. I want to listen to this one. Well, then, Dean, they got this thing in the back of the car. Pop-up was one of the first ones to have it. It was a multi CD thing. So in your car, you could go in the trunk, and in the trunk, you would load all 5.
Wait, in the trunk?
In the trunk of your car. Well, eventually, I think some of them moved them into the car itself. Here, can you put this back in the fridge?
I've never seen one in a trunk.
Oh, yeah. When they first came out, the 6 CD changer. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty bougie. I think eventually they moved it to the front of the car, but then they stopped. I have a CD player in my car, but no CDs. I know, eventually. And it was funny because I was saying, do you remember? So Dean, here's the big thing. If you were dating a fella in the 90s, 2000s, maybe 90s, like, like when you start dating somebody and like, you'll go to their house, right? And so you'll be like, oh, like, where do you live? You kind of make some judgments. Where do they live? What do they drive? Right. But the big tell, Dean, was when you would go here, put this away from me, bud. When you go to a guy's house, they would have their CD collection, all the CDs on the side. So you could see like
what their taste in music was?
What their taste in music was, their taste in comedy, because there were comedy CDs. But remember, you would go and I would be like, people would come over and look at my CD collection. I go, this is not. They probably had like the Muppets Take Manhattan or something, plus like Cyndi Lauper. Plus it would have like
So remember when you interviewed the Lori Berkner lady there?
yeah, I love Lori Berkner.
Okay, so when I remember we had those CDs.
Yes, of course
the
we
Lori
did.
Berkner
I
band.
love Lori Berkner band.
And I remember we used to have like a little CD player. It was almost like a Walkman, right? You put the CD in, and then you had headphones.
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I remember I one day went to school with my little CD player, my headset. I was in middle school,
You're real
and
cool.
I'm jamming the Lori Berkner. and somebody on the bus had like their iPod or something, and they were like, "Oh, Dean, you're listening to your CD player?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What are you listening to?" And they were like, "Oh, I'm listening to like Drake's new album." And they were like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Well, have you ever heard of the Lori Berkner band?" And they're like, "Who the hell?"
Lori is gonna love that.
They were like, "Who the hell is Lori Berkner?" And I remember being like, "Bro, you haven't heard like at the time I forget what song, but it was like you haven't."
It's like
heard,
the dinosaurs. We are the dinosaurs
I was like,
walking.
Yeah, I was like, "You haven't heard We're the Dinosaurs." But that was my whole life. Like every time somebody would mention, like even like video games, like they would be like I remember one time I was at lunch and they were like, "All right, what's everyone's favorite video game?" And like 9 out of 10 of the dudes at my table were like, "Yeah, Call of Duty." And I was the only dude who was like, Epic Mickey. You guys ever play Epic Mickey? And they were like, "What?"
Oh, we had so much fun when you were kids.
That was my childhood.
We had a lot of fun doing dorky things. It might have been my first Sony, yeah. Yeah, and before CDs, so people are mentioning cassette players. So you'd have cassettes and you'd have them lined up.
So
I sing Lori Berkner songs at work. My staff thinks I make them up.
no, don't need that.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm telling you, Linda, we used to have a really pretty CD player. Wait, Lucy said there's a Mickey fighting game with gummy ships. I love that game still. Oh, I know. I do have more California picks. I'm sorry. We got sidetracked by some mixtapes, mixed CDs. So funny. Victor Vito and da 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 da. Remember Victor Vito? So good. She has no idea how big of a fan we are. Brittany Beach Malone is here. So Brittany got married. Brittany Beach has to be one of like the first followers we ever had, and she's beautiful. She's got married, and now she's Brittany Malone. Oh, love the pictures. All right, so let's go back. I was telling you how much Brooke said I was her best friend. Then I had my birthday party with a whole bunch of people in California. Oh, we had such a good time with my vase. Okay, then I started traveling. Okay, so let me show you. So many of you saw the beautiful place that I stayed at with. This is my Airbnb, so I brought some pictures. Literally on the top of a mountain, you guys. Literally, this is where I stayed. I'm telling you, check out Airbnbs because it was so beautiful. This is the bedroom. So all I had was this bedroom and a bathroom, and then that whole section outside, which was overlooking Los Angeles. It was so beautiful. Then I went up to Santa Barbara. That's a picture at one of the missions there. Then I saw a whole bunch of hedges, which were mesmerizing for a number of reasons. I think to myself, I kill most things. I don't know how people keep these hedges alive. Okay. But I was talking about in Santa Barbara, how beautiful everything is and how there's such a like Spanish influence to all the buildings, just so beautiful. And it's everywhere, including 7-Eleven. Y'all, that's a 7-Eleven. Like a Spanish influenced 7-Eleven. It was beautiful. I was like, is that a 7-Eleven? So pretty. Oh my gosh. I didn't get a picture of the Roadrunner. Dean, you heard that I saw a Roadrunner, right?
So you saw a coyote too?
No. So I Googled Roadrunners. I didn't know they were real. And what's a 7-Eleven? What?
Is 7-Eleven a national chain?
It is. Somebody said, what's 7-Eleven? Beautiful, so expensive. Love to visit. Cynthia, it was so nice. It was so beautiful. And my Spanish was coming in real handy, but only if they used the 500 words that I knew. No, I did get a chance. We didn't really even see the owner very much. She was kind of in and out. I kept forgetting that we were there like during the week. So like she was at work every day. So and because it was the top of a mountain, like when I would leave in the morning, I was like, well, I'm probably not gonna. I'm telling you, the ride up the mountain was so scary. I was like, she's like, come back anytime. I was like, I probably won't. It was just too much. It was too much mountain. You coming around the mountain, right? And you're like, oh, this is fine. And then there'd be no guardrails. No, it's too much, but beautiful. Beautiful. But they're few. It's everywhere. 7-Eleven is everywhere here. Yeah, 7-Eleven. It's like a convenience store. I don't know. It's been around forever. It's quite lovely. Then was out in. Is it this one? Yeah. Then I'm in Los Angeles and I stumbled upon this place. Now, is it the pink building? Is it the trashy lingerie sign? Or is it, hard to see, the fact that there is a website called trashy.com and I don't own it? So many things about this picture. And I was like, I have an appointment to be somewhere. Probably going to be late. This is a real building in Los Angeles. And I was driving by and I took a picture of it. Did you guys know trashy.com exists? And it leads to this store, apparently. I haven't tried it, but it's a thing. It's a thing. While I was out there, I went and did this thing in Desert Springs, which was so beautiful. It's like a spa, like a mineral spa. So all of that's mineral water. And it's supposed to do something to you. I don't know what, but I guess I'm better. I don't know. But it was beautiful. And then I came back and we had breakfast for my birthday on Sunday. So we had a good time. Is Di sleeping? It looks like her eyes are closed. Maybe she's like, I hope these people get away from me. I'm so tired. I don't know. But that was us having the breakfasts. So that's all the, she should not visit on your work website. Yeah. I did get fro nuts when I was there. Faux nuts. I don't think it's fro nuts. It's faux nuts. They're like foamy nuts. It's not a donut because they're not fried, but it was still yummy. They're gluten-free. It's cake detoxing water is exactly what it is. And that is where I saw the Roadrunner, was when we were in, I was going to say Lower California. It's probably not. It's probably Southern. Whatever. It's too big. Sometimes I go to these states And you guys, the state is too big. I don't know how you feel about it. I can't imagine. That would be like if you took all the states from like Connecticut to Georgia and we're just like, now it's just called New Jersey. It's too many states. SoCal. Yeah, you guys say it a lot cooler than me. Lower California. That's not a. It's 800 miles long. No. Too many. It's too many miles. It should stop. So we just call it the desert. Yeah. I feel like you could do New Jersey like 2.5, 3 hours tops. That's it. 8 hours? No, it's too big. It's too big, too much. But I did like that it's like it was like an hour and a half from, where was I? Palm Springs to LA, hour and a half tops. Maybe hour 45. I guess it depends on traffic. That's the answer for everything. You say to people in California, you're like, how far is this? Well, it could be 15 minutes. It depends on traffic. Or it could be 2 hours. You're like, what? Yeah, it's like by the time they got to the West Coast, it was too much to make all these states. They're like, oh, yeah, it's too much. It's just called California. You're like, yeah, but it's so big. So here's some fun facts about roadrunners that you probably didn't know because you didn't know it wasn't even real. First of all, do roadrunners have wings or no wings? Now, just so you know, they run a lot. Wings or no wings? We can go from the beach to the snow in 2 hours flat. That's so crazy. Renee says wings, and she is correct. It has wings, but it chooses not to use them. I might have said they had arms when I was there. They do have wings. Guess how fast a road runner can run? How many? Yesterday I said miles per gallon. How many miles per hour can they run? A road runner. Now, mind you, it's like between 18 and 24 inches high. So it's only like 2 feet high. And the one we saw was tiny. All right. Renee says 25. Jen says 60. Kelly says 90. Tammy says 50. Viola says 48. Kathy says 20. Patricia says 35 miles per hour. 45. It's a bird. Birds have wings. I know, but it prefers to run. That seems odd for a bird. How are you going to give me these wings? I'm like, girl, I'll just run. People are like, girl, fly. And girl, I'm tired. This is a tired bird. That's what it is. Girl, I'm tired. 80, 55, fast 25, 30, 33. Yep. The answer is 20. It runs 20 miles per hour. Now, it begs the question, how fast can a coyote run? Please adjust your numbers. How fast does a coyote run if the road runner runs 20 miles an hour on average? Tamiko says 35 miles an hour. 35, 15, 45, maybe 25, 8, 45, 10. Poor Wile E. Coyote, 21, 25, 12, says Jessica. Joey Joe says 40. The answer, 40 miles per hour. And we were like, wait a minute. How come the Roadrunner outran him in every cartoon? You're like, that was fake. You're like, wait, what? Yeah. If a Roadrunner runs 20 miles per hour and the coyote runs 40 miles per hour, how would the coyote like to cook the bird? Fried? Grilled? Yeah. Yeah, 50 if he isn't carrying an anvil. That's true. So for some reason it was fake. Yeah, I'm questioning my whole childhood. I know. It's so funny. It's so funny. I love that. Yeah. Put way too much thought into this Roadrunner math. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They're fast because I was chased by a kid who wanted a four-wheeler and he was keeping up with us. Yeah. Yeah, but how fast does a boulder roll? Nobody knows. Yeah, Looney Tunes lied. Yeah, who knew? And guess what? Tom and Jerry were actually friends. What? Yeah. Yeah. The Roadrunner was just more clever. There's Rhonda coming in, fixing it all. So yeah, it was interesting. It was a beautiful trip. Yeah, do not ruin Tom and Jerry for me. So yeah, now it's time to go back to regular life. So apparently when I was gone, I told you that I don't really have a bathroom. So all things have ceased on my bathroom, right? So there's no vanity in there. I have a toilet and a shower, but they're coming to reglaze the whole bathroom. I'm going to take some pictures before and after. Reglaze the whole bathroom except for the floor. So like the shower surrounds, the bathroom that's like black tile, all this stuff, it's all going to be white to my knowledge next week. So I don't have a sink in my room. So all we have is the bathroom, hallway bathroom sink. Fine. So I come home and here's Di. There's a problem with the sink in the bathroom. I go, what are you talking about? She, I don't know. It's all stopped up. So we're trying to plunge the sink but got the drain out. Nothing's working. Are you coming home tonight? Are you going back to the gym?
Why would I sleep at the gym?
No, I said you're going back to the gym. Some people drink after work. Is your zipper up?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people go after work to the gym.
What? Oh. No.
Not you.
No, I'm before the gym.
He's a before work guy. Mm-hmm.
You think I would go to the gym twice in one day?
I don't know who you are. You didn't know what a weight bench was, so it's hard to make any kind of assumptions. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leo goes to the gym probably twice a day.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we come home. I guess came home Saturday. Mom's like, well, so I was pouring Drano into the sink, to the only sink that we had left. And then I looked and said, you can't use a sink for 6 to 8 hours. And then my mom was like, how are we going to brush our teeth? We're all brushing our teeth in the kitchen. It's real weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So hopefully by next week, I'll start being able to put my life back together. Yeah. So, but otherwise, everything looks good. It definitely feels like fall here. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but yeah, exactly. So yeah, one of my plants just fell over. I was fixing that yesterday. Yes. Oh my gosh, Dean, did you empty that dehumidifier?
Yeah.
Did you check it this morning?
No.
I want to check it. So my basement. That's where Dean lives now. You know, the kids aren't allowed to see the sun. So I got a lot of kids in the basement. Well, I have this dehumidifier that I've had forever. And it just always smelled musty down there. And I was like, I don't think this thing is working anymore. So I was like, I'm going to get this new dehumidifier. So I ordered, did my research, and I got one on the Amazon, had it delivered. I put it downstairs, I guess Saturday night. Last night, so one day, I go downstairs and I was like, let me check it. Now I have a thing so it could just go into like the tank, the hole. What's the well? There's like a, and there's a hole. Anyway, but I was like, let me see how damp it is down here. In 24 hours, the whole bucket was filled with water. The drain. Thank you. I used to have it hooked up to a drain, but I was like, let me just see how much I get. The whole bucket filled with water. And you're just like, this just came from the air. Just like a bucket of water in the air. Did you check it this morning?
No.
Mine gets full every 3 days. Does your head look weird?
Yeah.
No.
I just feel like the first couple, like the first week or two after I get my hair cut, my head feels like.
No, you look nice.
I don't think I do. But like once it starts coming in, it gets a little curly. Then it's like, all right, this is the short.
I think it definitely makes you look younger.
Look like.
No, it would be shaved if you were in the military.
All right, bye.
Yeah, our basement dude is the same way. Anna, I'm going to go check it. I'm going to see if it takes 12 hours or 24.
Maybe I just have a weird head.
Okay. Mine fills up every 12 hours. Okay. All right. Love you. When it's really humid, I dump my 2-gallon bin twice. Oh my gosh. Renee, that's so crazy. So does it, see, he doesn't even know that it smells. He was like, why do we have that? Yeah, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to keep dumping it just to see how quickly it automatically drains when full. Yeah, Kathy, I'm going to set this one up to do this. But I'm glad that I updated it because it's just like, it's not stinky, but just like musty. I don't know. I don't like it. But he's living down there, so. It says he sometimes has to do it more than once a day. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, crazy. Just moved to California. No basements. I'm not going to say that, Joey. No. Yeah, no. The one I got had really good reviews. So, yeah. Anyway. All right, everybody. Well, listen, we had a good catch-up day today. And is this? Yeah. I use 2, especially in the humid season. I empty both twice a day. We turn it off when we go to Florida. Basement feels so dim when we come back in May. It's so crazy. So crazy. I'm going to go check it. All right, everybody. Well, it was good catching up. And we have some fun stuff planned for this week. And I can still hear myself talking. Yeah. All right. I'm going to be bebopping with Diana today. So I'm sure we'll have lots of stories for tomorrow. But thanks for watching as always. And looking forward to being back now and doing our thing. All the fun things. So like Judy says, do something nice for yourself or someone else today. And that's it. Have a great day and a blessed day. And I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.
He goes,